I got a box.
I can see myself.
This is really weird. Look behind you. This is so weird.
Well, this is the first video of us lurking in the shop with the McLaren in the background, so I guess you guys know about that car now. If you have not seen the reveal of the McLaren and also the giveaway announcements and everything else, click above right now and go check it out. It's pretty crazy. We spent a lot of time on videoing it, and I think it came out pretty well. So with that being said, a few videos ago, you guys probably saw that we were trying to take the Camaro out to go do some test hits and do some street digs and see if we could get Sean's invention to work. It's called the Man's Brake. It's a manual transmission trans brake. Really cool device. We installed it on the car in that video. It went really well. We went out and tested it the first day, and then it started raining on us, so we couldn't test it. And we went out the next day and we went to go hopefully try to test it again. And unfortunately, literally, like, we parked the car, put it in gear, and I go to just do the first burnout to warm the tires up before we had even launched it at all or anything like that. The first burnout, it immediately snaps the axle. So the axle's dangling right here. We're gonna get the axles that I've got already over there on the shelf, which is awesome. Thank you so much to Lethal Performance and DSS for getting those over, but we're gonna go pull these stock ones out and hopefully get, for the first time ever, some built axles put in this Camaro. I've been through axle troubles with this car quite a while. I've just never went to built axles. I've always replaced them with advanced auto axles, which, by the way, you can use code It's Just a 6 to save 25% off all online orders at Advanced Auto. So go do that real quick. But anyway, the goal of today is to, long story short, get the new axles put in this car. After we get that done, then we're gonna be going back out trying to make some test hits again, but this time with built axles.
Just for reference for y'all, we broke the axles literally about 2 hours ago. So all the content that y'all have seen from this point previous all the way back to the giveaway has been filmed, and we've just been sitting on it for about a month at this point that y'all are seeing this video. So like,
Don't tell them that. They're gonna be like, what?
this is the reason why we have had this thing for so long and we can't show it. You know how hard it's been?
Very.
Now y'all understand why.
There's a lot of stuff that goes into being a YouTuber. There's a lot more than what you think. A lot of brand deals, a lot of secrets, a lot of complications, and a lot of things that just don't work out. And so we have to work around that all the time. That's why videos don't go up the next day after we record them. We couldn't even do that if we wanted to.
It takes a solid 2 to 3 days generally to do a video. I finish one and immediately start the next one and finish it barely on time.
Yeah, so 2 or 3 videos just in editing. Then we typically have to have a day for the channel members to have early access to the videos, and then typically we have to have about a day for the brands, if there's any brand deals or anything like that in there, and they need to review it, so it's typically about a day process for that as well. So all in all, we try our absolute best to get them out as early as possible, but it's about a week delay typically, and that's why.
Let's look at this thing.
Oh my God. Okay. So,
hang on, let me open the aperture a little bit.
That's all right. When we break that loose, we'll hopefully get it unstuck.
Oh wow, so it broke off from the thing.
Let me get a light.
Yeah, let's do that.
So, the camera don't like this. What you're supposed to have
is that
still connected here. Nice axle.
And
well, we can't even get it out. It's seized up in there. My worry, honestly, isn't even this shaft foot. This end of the axle is going to be a to get out.
Do you have to drop the exhaust?
Hopefully not. Maybe we can get a we can get a pry bar right there.
Yeah.
As long as we're not over zealous.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Hey, cool enough too. 3 years ago almost now, me and Jess, actually, these axles that I just broke in here, this was installed at Sean and Poe's new shop that they just got, but I was there before with the previous owner, and we put the axles in there, me and Jess borrowing his lift, and then funny enough, about 2 years later, he contacts me wanting to sue me for $1 million, per his words, because he was the reason that my channel got started. That was just hilarious. I don't know, that was just something. This was like my second or third video that I had ever recorded, was putting them all in. So
parking brake?
That's set.
Is it?
by the way, guys, if you want to go check out SK Tools and get yourself a nice breaker bar like this one here, or a nice socket like this one here to do a job just like this, make sure you visit SK Tools and use code It's Just 26 off. Save 26% off of your order.
I'm gonna go find those.
They do be heavy.
I got a box.
Camaro axles. Normally I don't even use hand tools, but it's been a long time. Honestly, if you want me to be real, since I've gotten to work on anything car related, and I don't know, I just want to hold some SK Tools. Perfect.
Those are some nice tires, man.
Thanks, dude. They hooked so good that it broke the deck. So, alrighty, let's see if we can get this thing popped out. Let's pop it. Can you see that ugly thing? Oh, there she goes.
That was easy.
There's that lovely retaining clip.
You got it though.
So first steps, getting this off. We gotta get this rotor off. To get the rotor off, pull the caliper. We're gonna pull this axle nut, get the rotor off and out of the way. After we get that out of the way, we got a trailing arm. I'll probably leave this lower control arm in. I'm just gonna pull a bolt out of the upper and pull a bolt out of this trailing arm. And I think we'll be able to swing that spindle down and out of the way enough to slip an axle in once we get this one removed, hopefully. One more trailing arm bolt to get out. Once this is out and pull that axle nut out, whole spindle should slide straight off. We'll hang it out the way, slide a new axle in, slap it back in.
A lot of slapping.
I slap everything. There we go. Okay, axle nut time. Big ass 32. No, 34. Dude, bigger than 34.
36?
30s. Holy. Do you know that a pry bar serves multi-purposes? I'm not meaning this to jinx it, so I'm gonna knock on wood. But you know what would be the only thing that could possibly make this better right now?
Go ahead.
Is if we open up this box and just from like
They're in pieces.
a long time ago, they shipped out the wrong part, because that's typically how things go. Wouldn't that be funny? Bam! Bam!
You forgot to do the sides.
Check out, bam! The Camaro's new axles. Holy shit. Oh my god. Wow, okay, yeah, that is, yeah, this is a much beefier, meaner axle for absolute sure. Holy cow. Look at there. All right, now this thing was just whole loose axle in there.
Just straight up sheared off?
Yep, it evenly just straight sheared in half. Yeah, this one was.
Is it? Oh yeah.
It was ready to
way
go
out
out
too.
anyway. This is what they supposed to sound like. I'm gonna call Advance Auto, see if they fall.
Advance Auto Parts and Batteries, this is Ricardo.
Hey Ricardo, this is Gavin. I was calling to see if you guys had a part that I was looking for.
Okay, you got a part number or a vehicle?
Yeah, it's on a 2010 Camaro SS. I'm looking for an axle seal. It's in the diff, the rear diff of the car. There's like a seal on the outside of the diff where the axle slides in.
Gotcha, let me take a look, see what we got.
All right, they happen to have this. This is such a specialized thing. They happen to have that. I would be so impressed.
We don't have any of these seals in stock.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
Sorry,
it.
do you know what you have? No problem. Bye.
And that's why I love Advance Auto. How convenient. They're just gonna text me, so I don't have to sit on the phone. Either way though, it's looking like we're gonna have to wait a few days till we get seals in, which isn't a problem. It's a specialty order item anyway, I kind of figured. I just don't want to put those axles in with that seal leaking that bad. It's been leaking for a while, and honestly I thought it was coming from the back casing, but it is actually coming from the axle seal on this side, I believe. We're gonna go ahead and just replace both axle seals. This was a used diff 2 years ago whenever I replaced it, so I mean it's no 3 years ago whenever I replaced it, 4 years ago, something like that. So it's actually pretty old now. Came out of a 2012 car I see right there. 2012 Camaro. I guess pick up everything and wait till the seals come in.
We'll be back in a week. So see you on about now.
How'd it go again? That's how it started last time.
Since the last time that you guys saw, we had some more stuff go on. Unfortunately, our stock master cylinder, because they are really crappy and this car has a lot of miles on it, the stock master cylinder took a crap. The plunger on the front of the master cylinder is plastic. It became really brittle, and then lovely enough, it broke. And then we were gonna get a stock replacement, and it turns out that I couldn't find one. And so it led to one thing and then another, and all of a sudden, TIC Performance came in for the rescue. Today we need to finish up putting in the axles. I've got this TIC Performance adjustable master cylinder here. This is pretty nice. I've wanted to get one of these for this car for a long time. It helps with quite a bit of stuff, honestly. And instead of a plastic plunger on the front of the master, check this out.
So parts don't break anymore.
The whole entire thing
And it's
is
adjustable,
billet,
so you can-
steel push rod.
You can adjust your pedal out if you need to and then lock it in place.
So just what he just now said, that's one of the coolest things about this master cylinder particularly, is that the entire thing is fully adjustable. You can adjust your pedal if you want it to be out more, in more, however that you like it, and everything is billet. Much nicer components than the plastic crap that Chevy threw in because they were going through a rough time whenever this car was developed. So
Another thing about that thing that is really the biggest improvement, I'm an LS guy, so I have all GM extreme stuff. I know the struggle when it comes to going to the track. Pedal crashes, you probably had it happen to you before.
Oh yeah, actually that's a good point. Whenever we were at the track the last time, whenever we were out there, that exact same thing happened. Whenever I was in this car, the clutch pedal literally just got stuck to the floor.
So these are redesigned. Like the bore inside this is a little bit bigger, I believe. I'm not sure. Basically, you don't have to worry about pedal crash anymore, and that's the main purpose behind this TIC master cylinder, just because you won't have pedal crash, you won't have things breaking like it did earlier.
Pedal crash be gone, and the crappy factory clutch line, in our case we've already got a replacement, but if we weren't using what we're about to use and you had the factory line still, they send you this nice upgraded line. It's even got a nice coating on the outside of it, but it's steel braided line, so really good clutch line if you need it. TIC Performance, thank you guys so much for sending this over. If you guys want to go check out their stuff, you can go check out the link down below, but their website, if you see right here, got a lot of stuff on it for a lot of good stuff.
Got a lot of stuff on.
Dude, I'm so tired, bro. So exhausted.
Hey,
the last few days have just been crazy. If you guys have not seen the last few videos, you're really missing out. We've been busting our ass putting in a lot of work for this stuff, so I'm just like barely awake right now, and it's like 4 in the afternoon, I think. Go check out TIC Performance. Oh, those are beefy boys. This is the final axle I guarantee to go in this car, which is pretty cool. DSX axles are kind of expensive, but they're worth it. Our new seals have already been replaced, thanks to Master Doug. He's outside on the back right now building a cover over the compressor.
Oh, speaking of.
Oh, look.
What's going on, guys?
Building a house in the back.
We're gonna do this right here. I'll set it right down.
Damn.
Then,
Yeah, well, it's gonna be something like that.
we're gonna do one of them right there. Then we're gonna take this axle nut right on there just to start it, to hold it.
Dang, you can pretty much just slap some wheels on it.
Now throw your wheels on, you're good to go. No, not really. We got a few
Please
more
don't do
bolts.
that.
Got a few more bolts we need to hook up. Trailing arm back up, upper control arm back up, brake caliper and rotor back on, and after that we're good to go. So same process on this side that we're gonna do on that side. Throw it all back together, and we're gonna go take this thing out on the street. But before we do that, we gotta do a damn master cylinder and stuff.
I know you said it wasn't a race, but I really feel like it's turning into a race. It's turning into one. Sorta.
I was just assembling the car, but then Sean was upset that I was assembling it casually, way
Daniel
faster
really
than he is
influenced
assembling it in a rush, and then he decided to make it a race.
Oh, Sean, you're getting destroyed.
He actually had a head start.
That's an excuse.
You're gonna edit the head start out, I already know.
What head start?
I didn't know.
My job where you were looking for a 36 for like 2 seconds, and then we're like, oh, there's not one. Okay, let me go back to the this.
My job is to make Gavin look good, not you.
I know.
Wrecked. SK Tools makes this job easy. Use code, it's just 26 off. Right now, save 26% off your purchase of SK Tools.
Damn, Gavin's putting a wheel on. You already got the axle nut?
Nope.
Ooh, I'd say it's a tie. What? We all win, because that's how the world works today.
Damn.
What'd you do,
Sean?
Sean?
He didn't even put in the ABS sensor on that side. Now you gotta take the wheel off.
I ain't gotta take the wheel off.
Oh.
How you gonna get a 10 in there without taking the wheel off?
Dude, I got this.
There you go.
Give me a 10mm. I already got the bolt in. Put it over here.
Oh, so you just had it over there hanging out and didn't even use it? Yeah.
No, I used it to put the line.
I guess it's a good thing that I went over there and looked instead of doing like Sean said. And said, I have it all done, trust me. That's a good thing.
In the same fashion that it was removed, tighten the 2 bolts previously removed under the dash to tighten these 2 nuts removed from the firewall.
We got these nice axles installed back here. Bam. Car's back on the ground, wheels are back on that thing. Next thing we gotta do is throw this master cylinder in there. After that, we're gonna take this thing back out one more time. This time, Sean thinks it's gonna work.
Sean doesn't think it's gonna work. Sean knows it's gonna work.
God, I hope the diff breaks just because
Oh
he
my
said
God.
that. That would be so fun.
Sean knows
I hate
it's gonna
to
work.
jinx it.
And then we go to launch, just go boom! The gears are spider gears just tumbling.
So there's basically like 2 bolts that we just took out, and this whole stock assembly comes out. This is actually what broke in the first place. We just made something makeshift to get us by for now. So we made this little copper piece or whatever, but luckily TIC was nice enough to send us their all billet one. Everybody loves billet. I'm gonna take this old plastic rinky-dink thing out, put this new billet TIC one in. It's already got a fitting on the back side of it, so it's already adapted to 4AN, so it really makes it nice for everybody else. So we're gonna go ahead and get that one installed. It installs the same exact way. You see the brackets the exact same from factory. Get this thing put in real quick. Pump that clutch pedal, boy.
It's your favorite part of it, right? Pumping
Yeah.
the clutch.
I can't wait to be done with today. Is it not turn it off?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
The truck strikes again.
I could jam out some Nickelback right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Is it dead?
What just happened?
I almost turned it over.
Oh, sweet. Heck yeah. That looks a lot cleaner. Today, Doug and Derek are going to be working on getting the truck's engine put back in here. And while they're working on that, we're going to take the Camaro out. Me and Sean are going to go test out his man's brake yet again. Hopefully today goes well. We've been through a set of axles already. It hasn't been fun. Maybe today will be fun.
Don't you dare spray me.
Today will be fun. It's Taco Tuesday, of course it's gonna be fun.
Also, the GT350's got some nice new wheels on the back.
Yeah.
No, not really. We had to take the GT350's rear wheels off to be able to put on the black car because the black car is getting retuned next after we get done with the truck's engine. So I'll give you guys a quick little rundown of a timeline here. So today we're working on getting the engine in the truck. Doug and Derek are gonna be working on that. Simultaneously to that, I'm gonna be out with Sean in the Camaro. We're gonna go make a video, hopefully testing out this man's brake again with the new axles this time. Shouldn't have any issues. It should go well once we get it dialed in, especially by the time that we're done with that, the engine should be in the truck because it's a super quick process. We'll show you guys how far along that's coming. The next thing directly after we get that running that we're going to be doing later this week is we've got the black car up on the dyno. And obviously we can't dyno it with the slicks on it, so we had to pull the wheels off the GT350. So the GT350 has new wheels, and now those are there. The black car, all that we've been waiting on is just to get the thing retuned because it is such a very complex setup. It's got lockouts, it's got big cams, it's just not a common Coyote setup, so we're having trouble getting the thing dialed in. But a lot of the problem was the fact that we were on the road, and traction isn't exactly the easiest thing on the street, and whenever you don't have traction, it really messes up the tune a lot. Long story short, the reason why this car has been kind of pushed to the background is because we knew that this dyno was coming for months now, and it got delayed because of Corona, it got delayed because of a bunch of stuff. Finally though, it is here. Now the black car is strapped up to it, and we're going to be getting this thing retuned in the next few days, which means that finally, I told you guys that we were, as soon as we get back from Atlanta, I said I'm going to take this thing to the track, and then we forgot that it needs a new tune, it needs a few things, still, of course, before then.
But it will be on the track after it's tuned.
Yeah, it's always something with these cars. It's easy, it used to be easy to keep something going whenever it was just one car and one thing going on, but now I've got, like, honestly at this point, like 5 or 6 different businesses that we run throughout the day, and I gotta be like bouncing all around town, and there's like 6 or 7, 8 cars now too. So keeping them all running and organized and everything straightened out while also planning for the future and bigger things that we're about to expand into has just been hell on me.
We know y'all miss this car and the 350 as well, so we're working on getting all these cars back up and running.
Me. That's what it's gonna make?
You already made it.
Oh.
You were here this morning, bro.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, it's definitely strapped into the dyno to make pulls.
That was that free floating dyno. All right, well anyways, once Sean gets here, we're gonna take the Camaro out now that we got the new axles in, go test out the man's brake. This is part 2. Today we're gonna get this thing going, mark my words. All right, this is my first time filming with the new GoPro.
What is it?
GoPro Hero 9.
Dang, that's fancy. Oh, it's got a whole screen.
Yeah, dude.
I can see myself.
Yeah.
Hey.
It just got released like a few days ago, and somehow I was like one of the first people to get one. We've had it for about a week now. All right, well, me and Sean are in the Camaro. We're gonna head out to Mexico real quick. It actually feels great outside. 66 degrees outside. Last time that we were testing this thing, it was like 98 degrees outside. So this is a nice contrast to that day, for sure. I wonder how the mic and everything is gonna do on this new GoPro too.
I feel like it should be better, I'm sure.
Yeah, he just blew through a red light too. We got a 24 and a 25, and I think that there is a cop who is not happy that I'm driving on this road today. Oh yeah, he's coming. Hey, what's up?
What's up? We're trying to act all cool because we thought you was coming for us.
Yeah!
That's so cool.
That's funny as
We're just sitting here all tense.
I know, I was like, ooh. I saw him flash his lights on to come through the lights. And I was like, oh, he's coming in hot for us. That was hilarious.
I'm just over here like, don't make eye contact, just look straight, right? And then like, all of a sudden, woo! He's out the window.
I love that. People are just as excited. A cop is just as excited as I am to have this car back going.
Yes. Standing in front of a cop light. It's not every day you get to do that.
Nope.
Yeah. You know, Andrew's the most confused behind us right now.
Oh yeah, he's probably like, what the f are y'all doing? The cop was literally, he pulled into the gas station, sitting on the corner right there.
Yeah.
Andrew's behind us though, he has no clue what's going on, so I'm sure he is very confused. Alrighty, here we are, back out at our undisclosed location, about to do some testing on this thing one more time. I think it's gonna go better today though.
Burnout or no burnout?
No burnout.
No burnout.
No burnout for me. Ready?
Yeah, you gonna get in the middle?
I'm gonna be right here.
All right, bet.
Oh.
Alrighty, here we go.
Put in first. Put your foot on the brake a little bit. All right, now.
Hold it.
Button. Now come over. Yeah.
Let's do this 25 first.
Yeah. All right.
Woo! Okay, I see now how it's gonna work.
See what I'm saying?
All right.
But yeah, keep the RPMs low to start out with. We might have to.
I got it now.
Well, it didn't break.
Yeah, I see what it's gonna do now. I see what you mean.
Or no?
Nah, all right.
Definitely load it up just like you just did. So you have to.
Yeah, it was about to go. I could feel it. All right, there, button.
Kept on the throttle, I can tell you're scared of it.
Oh yeah.
And that's fine. That's fine, dude. Like, because you don't want to break your car trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it's just a weird feeling.
It's weird.
Not doing it yourself.
Yes, but you saw that it worked.
Yeah, no, it worked that time.
One thing that you're gonna want to do, and everybody else out there, do you have a two-step in this car?
Not in this car.
Okay, so it's a good idea. We might want to get a two-step put in here. You know, just for the man's brake. And whenever you wire in the man's brake, and I already put it in here, but you didn't have a two-step, you can hook your two-step up to the time delay.
Yeah,
so,
I heard you talking about that yesterday.
So basically, it's going to have your two-step activated throughout the whole time it's slipping the clutch. So your foot can be on the floor, it can be holding it at 35, and whenever you let off the button, it's still holding it at 35 and just slipping it out.
And then once it's all the way out, it kicks two-step off. Now you're full throttle pretty much.
Full throttle and you're rolling out. And
yeah, that makes sense.
You ain't got to worry about.
That looked pretty good from out here.
The road is really uneven, and so as soon as we took off, it was a good launch, but as soon as we took off, it was like just.
Yeah, no, it seemed pretty.
Dude, we were all over the place. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing just first gear. I'm not gonna try and go through second or anything. I know that I can do that. I just want to see if we can get it launching good. That one wasn't bad though.
Or would you rather get over a little more?
I'm probably saying these ruts because they're sticky.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, let me try again.
Right
yeah. Alrighty. So now, foot off the brake, clutch out until we start rolling pretty good. Foot on the brake, bind it up.
Yeah.
Button.
You ain't got enough throttle.
Yep, I ain't got enough. Damn, I see. It's really wanting to go now.
Yeah. And also, give it a little bit more engagement. It wants a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. Trust me.
No, I forgot to, we're trying to figure it out. Just hang on. That was me.
Go ahead and put your foot on the brake. All right, let out until you feel it load. All right, yep, grab the button, now. Yeah,
holy
yeah.
Son.
I can tell you.
All right, now that was a launch there.
Yeah, and it was smooth.
Hell yeah,
Just
okay.
imagine if you had your two-step hooked up to it.
Yeah, okay. Damn, I was talking shit the whole way over here too. Not really talking shit, but off camera I was talking to Sean and I was like, man, I don't know. I don't really feel like this is gonna work that well on this car just because this car is, he was like, all right, we'll see. And then we came out here, no, that one was us. That was the first one that comfortably I could actually like get into it and know that it was gonna go.
Remember, and I just told you, I said, it needs a little bit more engagement. That is the key to this man's brake, is the engagement. You have to set it to where it's trying to lunge the car forward. That way, whenever you let go of everything, it's already moving.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about nothing. There's no initial torque spike on any parts. That's the beauty behind it.
Barely chirp tires. How was that?
That one was really good.
Yeah, it was.
That one was
That
really
was the
good.
first one that we got it dialed in and figured out and actually got to try it and it worked. It really did work.
So that's 3 test passes today.
Yep.
And
already dialed in.
Already dialed in, got the feel of it. The main thing about the man's brake is the clutch engagement. So whenever you set it, you want the car to be trying to lunge forward. You want it to be under a load. So set it with your foot on the brake.
All right, let's try again. All right, foot on the brake, in gear, about right there.
Yep.
Okay. That was me again. Don't mind me, I'm just excited. Yep. You're right though, once you figure it out, you got it. It's just the hardest part is figuring it out, only because I'm not used to letting something, like I'm not used to being in a manual car and having my foot off the clutch. Yeah, I'm used to having to drive it. So this is interesting because it's like a mental thing more than anything. It's like you got to remember, keep your foot off the clutch and let the car do it. Guys, by the way, this entire man's brake setup, if you guys have not seen part 1 to this video, this is something that Sean invented himself right here, small town Louisiana, and this is something that I really do believe is going to revolutionize drag racing. So if you guys want to go check this thing out, I know we promoted it last video. I just want to remind you guys, if you want to go check it out, you can go check out his page by clicking up above, or go down in the description, click the link, you can go get yourself set up with your own. He's got a whole video that we just helped him record yesterday that he's going to have up on his site, kind of his instructions. All right, one more. She wanting to get real. She's wanting to go, dude. If we were not on a 20-inch street tire with 25 pounds pressure in it right now, it'd be out of there. That one would have been out of there. Yeah. And see, now the cool thing about this is that you see just now, I did it a little bit too much. We engaged a little bit too much and we got a real spicy launch, but on the street and on street tires that we're on right now, it's probably not the best thing. But the cool thing about this is that all you've got to do is, now that you saw where it engaged at just now, we'll dial it back a little bit and we'll turn the RPMs and be able to get the RPM launching down a little bit. Because right now what we just now did, we did about 3,500. Before we did about 25. So I'm assuming that the sweet spot for this car on this setup with street tires and everything on the street especially, about 3,000 RPM at that real good sweet spot that we were just now feeling. I think we'll get it this time. All right, this one will be a good one.
This thing leaves like an automatic.
On the street, on 20-inch street tires, on an uneven, non-prepped road, on pavement and not even concrete. And we just, I guarantee you, that was going to be probably a 10-second pass. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's crazy, dude.
and your clutch foot didn't do anything.
All right, guys, so on the track, whenever you're racing, it's obviously going to be a little bit different from the street, because in between passes, you'll let your car cool down. As you can probably see by me trying to slip the clutch out, clutch is getting a little bit warm, and that's just because we've been doing back-to-back passes. We made like, what, 5 hits on this car in the last 5 or 10 minutes, so we're gonna let it cool down just a little bit. But that one right there is what I was looking for. That was a very good launch.
Hey, that's what you needed to see.
Yep, that is really.
Let's go put this thing up before you do break something. This thing's got a bad part, though.
Yep, axles worked. Hey, and this is a stock diff still in the back. So this is a good test actually today. The axles, that wasn't really fair. But this today, this is a good test to show how well this thing can work on the street, get good launches off, and not break a single thing. We just did it. We showed you. Now that we did it, we're gonna take this thing back because like he said, I know if we keep trying to push it, I will get more and more brave, because that's just who I am. Look at this though. Look at the sweets. Let me just get out and look at that.
That tire hop?
Yep, just barely.
How'd it look from the outside?
It looked pretty good.
Dude, that thing's rolling out.
Yeah, it's moving now.
Y'all got squirrely a few times, man.
Yeah, it's going.
For a stick shift car on 20-inch wheels on the street, this thing is rolling out. Not doing anything with this clutch at all. The man's brake's doing all of it on its own. So
that's crazy. And look, you can literally see, this is no bullshit. This road is like bumpy and unlevel as hell. This is the only road that we have access to because we don't really have a racetrack in our backyard. But this is our racetrack here in Louisiana.
I could probably take a leak right here and it would probably drain all the way down there.
But no, seriously though, standing right here where we're at, this is the benefit of this man's brake, is that you're saving your stock components. You're not just shocking the entire drive line. What we did is we were able to load up the drive line. Everything was bound up real nicely. We locked it in place, got prepped, got it up to the RPM that we wanted to launch at, dropped the button, and the rest is history. Right here you can see that we had a little bit of tire chirp, but luckily the man's brake, because we were able to dial in how fast the clutch is slipping, it held a perfectly, almost just faint black line all the way down, first and second gear.
That's success right there.
That's success. See you guys back at the shop. All right, guys. That is gonna be a wrap for today's video. Real quick though, I thought this was kind of cool. These are all of the different man's brakes that Sean is gonna be shipping out today. There are like, I don't know, probably 15 in here. These things, it's
20 now. Yeah.
20?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's cool seeing them all together because of how heavy it is. But anyway, long story short, these are gonna go really, really quickly, I would assume, especially after this video. And he's only got so many more in stock aside from these that he's gonna be shipping out. So if you wanna be one of the first few people who were lucky enough to grab his new invention before it got big, right now is your chance. Go click the link and go check them out. They're pretty cool. They work really well. Even on street tires on a 20-inch stock wheel. It is impressive, to say the least. So with that being said, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for the video. Before we go, don't forget the Creature. You can go grab your entries in to win that thing right now on www.dls.store. Every $1 that you spend on the site can get you entered in to win the Creature, or you go click on the other side of the site and go get entered in to win the Yeti, which is the Razor. So if you guys want to go grab your entries, go ahead. For now, we'll see you next video.